Chefs of Reddit, what do we all need to stop ordering? Part 3. Doofuzz wrote, I work at a fine dining sort of meats of the Old West restaurant in Colorado. I still scratch my head at the people that order seafood at a landlocked steakhouse, instead of the buffalo or beef. I should clarify a few things. I'm not a chef. I am a lead cook, so I don't really get to make the important decisions, but I've got some pretty good knowledge of restaurant life. Our seafood options aren't bad, that's not what I'm trying to say, I'm just saying that it would make more sense to get something more fit to the location. FUBARDED wrote, considering that you're landlocked, those people likely don't eat seafood much. Maybe their logic was, it's fine dining, their seafood is probably good, better than what we normally get. My Wonderwall wrote, this is why I am very cautious over a restaurant that can't seem to make up their minds. Oh, we are famous for our pizza, but we also have a kebab, burgers, pasta, wok, salad, traditional food, sushi, etc. Attican 101 wrote, we have a very locally famous burger joint in my city called Dandy's. I think it's 35 years old or more and was known for its burgers. I noticed them on the Just Eat app, so checked out the menu a few months ago and guessed it had been sold. Still can't figure out who bought it because they now have Greek and Arab items like gyros and shawarma things, but also Philly cheesesteaks, half a roasted chicken, roast beef sandwiches and shrimp, fish and chips. Stick 7107 wrote, my money is on a Lebanese family. Deleted wrote, my money is on my nightstand. BJW4K8 wrote, I work in fine dining, so no horror stories of rancid food. However, if you are gluten-free, as I am myself, accept that some items are not an option. Constantly I see servers coming back to ask if calamari can be done gluten-free. No. The breading is flour. They said it doesn't matter, just don't bread it. Okay, fine. Gets plate sent back for calamari being tough from being oil-logged. God damn. I'm a celiac. I accept things are out of my reach on menus. Get your shit together. Order within your dietary restrictions and don't make us bend over backward to make it unappetizing. Sphincter Seha wrote, are your biscuits and gravy gluten-free? Bless your heart, darling, that was so stupid I don't even know what to say. I try my best to operate a judgment-free zone because I knew an actual celiac and it seemed rough. But if you don't know the answer to that, you're a fad and I want to punch you. I know it sucks, it just operates in a lane that is within my limitations and yours. The Random 83 wrote, had the opposite once. Someone told me that she couldn't get the red wine because it wasn't gluten-free. Explained that wine as, in fact, gluten-free, and she said like I was an idiot, it's aged in oak barrels. Honey, oh, okay. I guess trees are wheat, now. MK2555GSFX wrote, and she was kinda correct. Oak barrels are sealed using wheat paste, so there is a very small amount of gluten in wine from oak-aged barrels. But it goes even deeper than that. If the wine just says oak-aged and doesn't mention barrels, the chances are that it was just aged the normal way with what is essentially a piece of a floorboard in the vat. Edit, yes, I'm well aware that the amount of gluten left in the final product is negligible, hence my use of the word kinda. And yes, I should have been more specific and said some oak barrels are sealed with wheat paste. Someday I'm gonna be free wrote, in the EU, at least, they have to tell you on the packaging if there is any wheat or gluten in the entire process of making something you can ingest. This is the same for all other allergies. You can often find them in the fat text in the ingredients part. Hannah's Anarian wrote, the same thing exists for most food in America. But by a historical quirk, alcohol isn't governed by the Food and Drug Administration like everything else, it's governed by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, which imposes no labeling requirements. Boylum wrote, "That seems like a fun bureau. But seriously, why are those three bundled together? Makes no sense." William T. Riker wrote, "They're more fun when you do all three." Neil Hanlon wrote, "Only thing missing is a motorcycle." R.F. Root wrote, "If you thought that was fun, it is actually called the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives." Mr. Awesome wrote, "Also known as the Bureau of All Things Fun and Exciting." Tenahemia wrote, "Stop trying to make your own dish out of our ingredients. I have no problem with substitutions, sauce on the side, etc. But if you come in and say, 'Can I have this dish? But I want this instead of this instead of this, and can you serve it as part of a salad?' then that's not okay. It's one thing to work around an ingredient you don't like, but it's another to treat the kitchen as your pantry. Dishes are designed the way they are on purpose. If you mess with that formula too much, we're no longer responsible for your food tasting good or not." Turbo 2016 wrote, "I used to be a server. We had a turkey sandwich on the menu like this: turkey breast, stuffing, and cranberry sauce on a mini baguette with fries and turkey gravy on the side. This old man used to order it thusly: I'll get the turkey sandwich. But can I get the cranberry sauce on the side? And can I get mashed potatoes instead of fries? And I don't want the baguette, can I get steamed vegetables instead? And tell them to pour the gravy on top of everything." He was making a very sad Thanksgiving turkey dinner. And he would always send back the mashed potatoes because they were cold. PLNG wrote, "That is a travesty because that sandwich is excellent, even on white bread. Any place that has that sandwich I would be there once a month." Turbo 2016 wrote, "Oh man, it was incredible. Also, he was there at least once a week. We called him Thanksgiving Guy." Vivian86 wrote, "Stop ordering dishes that aren't promoted as being gluten-free in the first place, if you actually aren't gluten intolerant. The dishes that are marked as gluten-free are prepared so that absolutely no contamination will occur. If a dish is not gluten-free and you ask for it to be, it will halt all production in the kitchen until your dish is done. And sometimes you won't get the exact dish because of prep work on ingredients, which might involve being in contact with gluten." Y_pretend wrote, "Stop ordering new things halfway through the cooking process. It's really annoying when you change your mind and the dish is already cooked and we have to start over. Some things can't be undone and we end up wasting food." Edit, "Wow, I did not expect this response. I want to make an edit and answer a few questions. 1. Yay, people do this. While I understand that sometimes people feel rushed by the staff, we would rather you relax, take time and really make sure that you want what you order. 2. People who change their minds do not have to pay for the dish if it has to be thrown out. I'm sure it's a kind of professional courtesy akin to not liking your food and ordering a new dish. It's all just sort of how things are. Customer satisfaction is everything. 3. Honestly, it doesn't happen often, but when it does it's really frustrating. Cooking meals for people is a well-choreographed dance, most of the time, and often our ticket times are counted by upper management. One setback can snowball on the cooks and ruin the ebb and flow of the kitchen." Chu Tang Clan wrote, "People do that?" Zodar wrote, "That's exactly what I thought. I've never heard of this in my life." G1 Gerdum wrote, "Most of the things that cause problems in a restaurant wouldn't even cross a normal person's mind. But the exceptionally difficult customer will always find a way to surprise you." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you would like to support our channel, you may do so by clicking the link in the description. We're also working on future videos. If you are interested in those, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content.